Hi everyone! Have you ever had a moment where you woke up and thought, wait, where am I? Well, let me tell you my story. And at the end, I want to know from you, would you ever do something like this? So, I want you to imagine this. In my little bedroom back in Europe, I was tired, stressed, thinking about my future, and then somehow I fell asleep. But when I open my eyes again, I'm in a soft, giant king size bed with a clean sheet, a warm smell of fresh laundry, and the faint scent of men's cologne. I blink twice, I look around, and I think, what? Where am I? Am I dreaming? But let me go back because the story didn't start with a bat. It started with a police officer. So before any of this happened, I was engaged. Yes, I was engaged to this man, a police officer from America. He came all the way to Bosnia to see me. We spent time together, he proposed, and we started the paperwork, the whole process. And then he flew back to America and filed everything with the embassy. So months later, I finally got approved. But life wasn't simple. I was still working and all the way late into December. And my flight was just a week away. I barely had a time with my family before leaving. And I wanted more time, but work didn't let me. So I had only that last weekend with them, and then Monday came, my flying day, except the weather had another plan. So fog, so much fog. Planes weren't taking off. I tried again the next day, still fog. I almost felt like universe was telling me not to go. But finally, Wednesday, I got on the plane. So my route was through Istanbul. My flight was delayed. And again, I had to stay, the night there alone. So he wanted to come and pick me up in Europe or travel with me, but I didn't want him to spend extra money. I wanted to use that money for, some time that we can spend together to go on honeymoon or something like that. And don't worry, I told him I can do this alone. So I traveled myself, nervous, excited, emotional. And when I finally arrived in America, I wasn't alone anymore. He was there. It was like 11 p.m. and his whole family was there, waiting for me at the airport with an open arms, smiling, holding flowers. So I'm not gonna tell you the city name yet. I'm not gonna give you details, just an airport in America and family waiting for a girl who traveled alone across the world for love of her life. So we drove together to his town. When we reached the house, his mom had prepared the most beautiful traditional meals, everything warm, homemade, comforting. And that night, exhausted from journey, I went to his room to rest. His room, it was calm, clean, cozy, a big king-size bed, soft like a cloud. It smelled like a fresh laundry mixed with a gentle masculine scent. The kind that makes you feel safe. I was so tired. I fell asleep instantly. He slept in the guest room, respectful and kind as always. And in the morning when the sun touched my face, I opened my eyes and for a moment, just a moment, I forgot everything. I thought I was still in Europe. I thought I was still in my room, but instead I was laying in that big soft bed in a house on the other side of the world, in the home of the man who loved me. 3 days later, we had our religious wedding, and after 15 days, we had our legal wedding. So now, I want to ask you, would you ever do what I did? Would you leave your country, your family, your whole world behind? Would you travel alone and wake up in completely new life? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear your stories. So, thank you for watching.